Hello everyone and welcome to Love, Money and Rock and Roll! The three most important values in life. Yeah, it's a new graphic novel adventure from the makers of Everlasting Summer. So from Soviet Games Production. And I like the menu already, this 80s toast, because the game plays in the 80s of a girl rock band who are seek out to be one of the greatest rock bands in Japan. And I love the style, this VHS stylish menu, and the logo really reminds me of Blood Dragon and the 80s music channel on YouTube. I can recommend that. Great stuff if you like 80s music. But with no further ado, let's start a new game and rock on. Oh, the 3rd, 5th, 1986. Ha! My birth year. Oh, looking awesome. Still, I don't hear any rock and roll music. But anyway, Sakura is Japanese cherry blossom. Ah, thank you for the translation. These falling Sakura petals. Does anyone actually find them beautiful? Yeah, I do that. They are perfect. Does anyone actually find meaning in how they twirl around? No, because the wind just hits the tree and the feathers just anyways. Maybe it's the colors. The purple velvet against the setting sun that we find mesmerizing. Back then, looking at the falling petals, I probably used to believe that as well. I think too much time has passed, I have forgotten and I have changed. Only the trees are still the same, it's not like they care. They were born before I was, and they will outlive my descendants. They don't mind, they don't care about the beauty of the falling petal, its velocity, tilt, or vector. Why would they care about such trivialities? For them, this is merely a routine change of seasons. But for me, it's a fluid of memories. How decadent this tree is. How amazing. The tree in front of me looks identical to how it did back then. The day I had to do something and the day it was too late to do anything. It looked the same. The petals were falling the same way with treacherous indifference. After all, they really didn't care. They don't give a damn whether some photographer will turn pictures of them into an entire exhibit, or whether some loving couple will perhaps fall even deeper in love after basking in their eternal dance. But that's how nature is. That's not how I am. I'm unnaturally. Just like on that day, 1 year ago, the petals were falling back then as well. And back then, nature was also, no, not dying, but falling asleep, so that, come spring, it could kindle its flame. The flame of life. And you, sitting under this tree, I remember. I remember all the happiness. I remember all the sadness. Do you really love me? Yes. Really? Yes. She turned away, yet the petals kept falling, tangling themselves in her hair and making her even more beautiful. You know, Sakura petals look good on you. She turned around, probably without wanting to. She was probably waiting for something more. A charming phrase, some clever words, anything but this. Really? Yes, of course. She smiled. She smiled like never before. I was probably waiting for something else too. Feelings, confessions, as beautiful as a fluttering petal. Back then, those words were more important to me than anything else. More important than that tree. More important than that moment. More important than life. Bam, bam, bam. I finally understood that those words were much like those petals, but resting in my hands, instead of falling on the ground, so close, so fragile, so precious. Okay, enough with that love story. I wanna make some rock and roll. I wanna hit the music. 12th, 6th, 1987. This is like normal, just like the Europeans, so 12th June. Or is it 6th December? Just like the American. Anyways, I'm here in my room. There's some posters of hair metal bands. Of course, we're in the 80s! And I guess... oh, this is a bass. So, bass player. A bass player girl. An introvert girl. Most of the bass players are shy and introvert characters. They're not so hippie, but then they play. They're playing awesome. I woke up. As usual, the fan was humming detestably. Detestably. Its noise was probably what woke me up. Wake up! It was a necessary evil in this summer heat. Not even open doors will do. Holy fuck, it doesn't even have some curtains. How the fuck can she sleep if the morning sun just beats up her eyes and woke you up? This is... yeah. It was 3 AM and the silence was hideous. Dear God, give me anything. A police siren, some noisy drunk neighbors, or the screeching wheels of the speeding car. Yeah, this is how can you sleep with that sound? This is... anything about this stable hum of a fan. I would have turned it off long ago if it didn't mean letting this heat cook me alive. Yeah, summer in Japan is far worse than winter in Russia. Ha! I guess. A term to Russia. Because the producers, the creators are Russians. Get it? Get it? Oh! The next room. It's the identical room, so it's the opposite of the sleeping. You see where she sleeps there, in the other side, and here's the kitchen. A beautiful kitchen. With some effort, I got up and went to the kitchen to get some water. Although, what is winter in Russia like? Ha! Again, this Russian... The floorboards creak softly under my feet. The rest of the house, 3 bedrooms and a living room, if we don't count the pantries and the bathroom, was sound asleep, not paying any mind to a single inhabitant. It was 3 AM on the dot. Ghost story. Ghost hour. 3 AM. The Grudge. There's a Super Nintendo. But the Japanese version. The Super Famicom. Famicom? I gulped the water down greedily, spilling most of it over myself. So tomorrow I have to go to school. Actually, do I really have to? No. Says who? Maybe I was the one to come up with these dumb responsibilities and duties for myself. Just need to communicate with people and to await the day when I'll be given a useless sheet of paper showing me to be in possession of an average intelligence. I probably made up this world as well. I made it up alongside all the other worlds I have to make up every day for myself, for the people I know, and for the whole world. Well, that's a good line. Notice. A good line for a song, yeah? I had to make up every day for myself, for the people I know, for the world. I have to adapt to the stupid conditions of one of these worlds. The one that, by great misfortune, is considered real by most people. I poured myself another glass of water and headed back to bed. Well, that's speaking of water makes me thirsty, so I take a sip. The moon was shining brightly, highlighting every mote of dust. Man, I have to clean up that mess. In its almost mournful light, my room looked completely unlike itself, like a portal to another world. Wow. A world that even I couldn't make up. The silver light fell on the desk, slowly crawling towards the pile of papers. Class notes, an unfinished novel, letters from Mom, from friends in Russia, and from Russia with love. No, from Russia with love. Yes. I stood up and put the heap of papers away into a drawer. Has it been a year since it arrived? Or why do I even have to care? On the other hand, why was it lying on the table in the first place? I should have thrown it out a long time ago. I leaped up, took a step towards the desk and froze. But how? I've already tried. More than once. Huh? What? The telephone? The child phone rang loudly. Very loudly. 3 a.m. Who could possibly need a miserable student marred in self-reflection at this hour? Well, I'm used to it. So I move slowly to the hall. It's a really nice apartment. Hello. Hello. Are you awake? What do you think? I just wanted to hang up and disconnect the phone. But not as much as I wanted her to be here right now, next to me. Why are you awake? How should I know? Probably because you called me. Yeah. She muttered something inaudible. How are things anyway? How are they supposed to be at 3 a.m. anyway? You know, I just woke up, I feel thirsty, I go to the fridge, take the 2 sips of water, and then I go back to my bed to sleep. But then suddenly you called. Now, continue your story, what you do. Well, I don't know perfect. Then they're perfect. Don't mock me. Then what did you want to hear? Just to call. You mean it's normal to call someone at 3 a.m.? I saw that your Kids Alive was on, so I knew you weren't asleep. Stalker! Call 911. Are you spying on me, bitch? No, the receiver fell silent for a few moments. She was probably thinking up something that didn't sound too silly. I just couldn't sleep either. Why? Either? What if I was asleep? But you're not asleep. Alright, let's try this again. What do you want? Oh, the other thing. Do you continuously watching me 24/7? What I'm doing? Do you spy with your binoculars from your window? It says, he's not sleeping. He's laying there, silently on his bed with his sheet not fully clothed, but in the middle, where I can see still his chest, and he slowly goes up and down from breathing. I got moisture. Okay, alright, let's try this again. What do you want? I wanted to know. She stopped mid-sentence, as if to gather courage, and then continued, this time with confidence. Are you going to be at school tomorrow? What if I will? Then I'll stop by tomorrow morning. Thanks, that's just what I need. It's 3 a.m. and you're offering to stop by. When? In 3 fucking hours! Well, yeah, so you won't be late. You know, in that case, I think I'll unfortunately have to decline. You can't keep skipping classes. You'll end up dropping out, and then you won't find a good job, and then... Her predictions on my music were completely off the mark. I don't care about school. I don't care about nothing. The only thing matters is me and my guitar. In that case, bass. Sorry. And I want to rock the world. Because my idol, Cliff Burton, the best bass player in the world. He's my motive. He's my motivation to go out and play the best bass that ever been played before. That's not a big loss. What do you mean no loss? Don't lock the door tomorrow morning. You have the keys. What does it matter if I lock the door? Alright, we'll see you tomorrow then. Is the locking door a metaphor for something I didn't understand? Or are they both the teachers of the school? Because I have the key and I can lock the door. Oh, too many questions. I can't handle this. See you. I decided not to argue, I simply didn't feel like it. What would be the point anyway? So come and wake me up either way. As is the case almost every day. Why did I ever give her my keys? Well, that was a while ago. About a year ago, I think. Or maybe they're a couple, and they live now separately. But still, they both own the name of the house, or they have kids. Too many questions, too many questions. Sakura petals were probably falling on that day too. Sakura, eh? We learned it before. Sakura is a window, a tree. Fuck. To hell with those petals. I need to set my alarm clock so that I can wake up before she arrives. So, in 3 hours, we wake up to go to school, and it's already 3 a.m. plus. Yeah, good luck with that. It's not all that important, I'm just tired of her waking me up. And not only tired, after seeing the familiar face before me this morning, I might have gotten dizzy. Maybe I've even become dependent. I certainly couldn't let that happen. If she wanted to come by in the morning, be my guest. But I wouldn't let her wake me up if any more. Alright, what we have now? August or September? Anyways, it's still 87. So I guess it's September. Because it was before 6th. So we go with a European thing. Yes. The ring of 100 bells in my head. Each one playing a different melody. Announce the arrival of a new morning. Wake me up before you go. Accompanying them was cheerful birdsong, the construction site a street over, the lively voices of street peddlers, the incessant hum of that god-forsaken fan, and nearby disgruntled grunts. An icy glare from two giant green eyes puffed out cheeks and two red pigtails. I had definitely overslept, so I guess she saw the open door and then immediately thought, hey, that's the opportunity for me to waking up. And just run like a flash and keep me a hell out of a surprise. What time is it? The girl picked up my lamp cook and shoved it in my face. It's 6 a.m., you fuckhead! But it's still early. I protested. The early bird gets the worm. Ha ha. This is Himitsu. So, ladies and gentlemen, Himitsu. Ladies and gentlemen, Himitsu. Nice to meet you. I've known her for all of my life, I think. So, from the moment you came out of the belly of your mother until now, you know her. All my life, eh? Are you both born in the same hospital at the same hour of the same doctor in the same room? Coincidence? I think not. At the very least, I've known her ever since I moved to Japan with my parents. So that's why. So my theory already explodes after that line. So thank you, Gabe. Thank you. Himitsu's mother's Russian, but she and her father divorced back when we were still little. Okay, so my theory of they're both t-shirts, they're both couple, is gone. It's no sense. So they're both students, I guess. Classmates. Sorry, it's itching. Okay, continue. Come on, enough lazing about. Get up, what's up, eat your breakfast, and let's head for school. This was my start to almost every day. After all these years, I was used to it. Well, then stop complaining if you're used to it. Or in that case, just shut the door close. Alright, I should introduce myself. My name is Nikolai, and I'm a high school senior from Russia. Niko-kun. Kun is a Japanese honorific used when addressing male friends or junior subordinates. Niko-kun. Ah, okay. Okay. It's like in the Japanese we always says the family name first. Or the son. Man, eh? Kojima-san, Kojima-shun, Kojima-kun, Niko-kun. Used to obey friends. Okay, male friend, Niko-kun. Okay. Himitsu-kun. Himitsu's voice carried throughout the entire house. Suddenly, it wasn't so empty and lonely here. So cool, we learned some Japanese here. I quickly washed myself dressed and headed for the kitchen to grab some breakfast because the stomach growling. It's like a cave troll. Naturally, this house was too large for just one person. After all, it was designed for a multi-generational family. Grandpa, grandma, mom, dad, kids, grandkids, and the list goes on and on. Bugs, cats, dogs, evil spirits, spiders, mean behaviors, video games. Yeah, that's my groove. So beautiful breakfast music. So come on everybody, grab your toast, grab your butter or marmalade or honey or whatever. Eat some flakes, because that's the best of the start of the day. Come on everybody, eat some breakfast. Eat it fast, eat it clean, eat it good, because all the nutrition's good for you, or good for me, good for everybody. It's in Japan. That's how you're making good songs. That's a good advertising for some flakes there. Anyways, let's emptiness was weighing down on me even when my parents were still here. Well, the music is awesome, cool. And I definitely felt like I was living in a museum or a library. Who in the right mind will live there alone? And there's this. Enjoy your breakfast. You too. Fried eggs and several types of vegetable salads were displayed on the table. Yeah, I see them. It is full of yummy tummies. It's full of yummies for my tummy. I lazily moved a piece of kumu around with my chopsticks. You're not hungry. I am, but I'm no cow to feed on grass. Whoa! 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 Do you see that? Holy crap! Net graphic novel games F's evolved. She moved. That never happened before. And she really already she also open and close their eyes. Well, this game is ahead of everything before, so I guess new engine, totally new is Himitsu front. Why? Because I said I'm not a cow. So you love cows. So you think those instant noodles are better? I don't know about better, but definitely tastier. Hey! She puffed out her cheeks. Similar to a hamster. I tried really hard. Yeah, okay, it's not rocket science if you want to make some noodles. It's the most easiest thing to do in the kitchen. If you are not able to cook some noodles or some fried eggs, then you're gone, huh? You're stupid as fuck. You're useless to everything. These are the two most easiest things to cook. K.O. Is this K.O. or K? I had nothing to retort with, so I focused on eating. What are you planning to do this afternoon? I don't know, I think Yosuke wanted to go to the movies. Why did you want to do something? And again, she's front. She set down the chopsticks and looked at me as if she was about to say something important. Maybe? And then she started laughing, trying to hide her embarrassment. Never mind, it's not important. Himitsu is in love with me. Oh, love's in the air. Everybody loves in the air. Even in the kitchen table. Love is in the air at the breakfast. Himitsu is one thing I don't understand. Why he has a Super Famicom if we're playing in 87? 87 was released in Nintendo. Or maybe the Super Famicom is the same model as Nintendo, but then they use the same model, put the better chip in it, the better technique, the better Super Famicom technique. Okay? Okay, forget it. I figured that out a long time ago, but I never did anything about it. At some point, I became so used to it that I no longer knew whether she loved me as a brother or as a man. I'm a man! And honestly, I didn't care. Well, this is just gentleman shit here. If you want to go somewhere, I can reschedule the movie. Kyosuke can see it by himself, so it's fine. Her face clapped with a sincere smile, like 1,000 stars illuminate the blackest of nights. That's how she smiled. Actually, I wanted to stop by the store that opened recently near the station. The girls in class have been talking about it non-stop these days. Perhaps anyone else in my place would have considered this a date, but I simply enjoyed spending time with Himitsu. So, you like her, she likes you, but you are just a stubborn ass and don't wanna go out with her on a date. Well, this is a perfect match. It's a win-win situation for you and for her. You will be a couple. You don't have to spend your rest of your days all by yourself and playing video games and putting on YouTube. Anyways, in any case, she also seemed quite satisfied with this arrangement. You haven't finished either. Well, how can I finish if you're still putting questions to me? Nor was I going to. What if I have to eat this grass for lunch too? Why can't you just make some pelmeni or borscht for once? Borscht is a fish, I know that. It's pelmeni. Well, Google has all the answers, so let's use this. Pelmeni. Oh, pelmeni is just like spaghettis or something. Ah, this come from Siberia, the original. Oh, this is pelmeni. Oh, that's looking awesome. Okay, I tried it. Together with fish. That's not very fancy. I didn't make them before. What? Really? Okay. Himitsu got offended. She did, yeah, but they were nothing like how they were in my childhood. I didn't have the guts to tell her that. It's one thing to not know how to do something. It's always possible to learn. It's another thing altogether to do something and to do it, but to achieve an unexpected result. If that's the case, there's a chance you will never learn. Yeah, sorry, your borscht is delicious. Borscht? Yeah, borscht. I repeated, borscht! Himitsu glared at me. Again. Women, huh? Whatever you say, it's all wrong. Anyone else in their place would have poured this imaginary borscht over my head a long time ago. What was that store you mentioned? A clothing store, of course. What else, huh? What else? She replied, her eyes still boring into me. Dresses, sweaters, skirts, clothing, women's. Maybe you're better off going with one of your female friends. I'm not refusing, of course, but it would be a bit awkward. Why? I don't know that so sincere. You know that I'm not too good with local customs. And that was the earnest truth. You can handle the truth, Himitsu. Most people would have long gotten used to the Japanese way of life, its traditions, its social customs. Or at the least, the customs of the local high schoolers. Well, nobody's going to think anything like that. It's just like we're not a couple. That's the word. She just swallowed. Himitsu became utterly embarrassed, which in turn seemed to anger her. I wasn't even sure what she was angry with, me or her own self. Sometimes when I would talk to her, not only her, I would reach an impasse. I wouldn't understand what was expected of me, and then the person I was talking with wouldn't understand why I didn't understand. And so the meaning of the conversation would become buried under a heap of misunderstandings that would grow in size with every phrase. Did I understand it? Did I get it? Huh? Too many big words. In moments like this, it's either to stay silent or to agree. Alright, fine. Nobody will think anything. Why will they? Exactly. Himitsu said triumphantly and left to wash the dishes. Just like a good wife. So, okay, I'm sitting here with 3 dots. Woo! We're outside. Well, this weather is lovely. So, we are. I believe that in Russia, this kind of weather in early autumn is known as Grandma Summer. Okay, why? Grandma Summer is a Russian equivalent to Indian Summer. Well, thank you. And what the fuck is an Indian Summer? Do I have to Google that? Also? No, I don't do it. I just stay here and dying stupid. Whatever the case, the summer heat was yet to leave Japan at this time of year. Oh, and then we are here outside. Himitsu walked silently beside me with a smile on her face. The thing's smooth, have you seen that? And now the train is coming. The train is coming. No, the train is coming. Ooh, graphics from out of this world. Okay, so I see here shop, and here says 24. So I guess 24 hours shopping. And they're only selling noodles and sake. Okay, guys. This was the first video of Love, Money, Rock and Roll, and I still haven't seen anything about rock and roll, and nothing for money, but a little bit of love here. So little love between Himitsu and Nikolai. Alright, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next video. Thank you all. So long. Good night.